It's 9 a.m. From Fox 35. This is Good Day Orlando.
Good morning. Thanks so much for being with us for our 9 o'clock hour of Good Day Orlando. I'm Amy Caulfield. Here's a look at some of the things that are coming up in this morning's show. Back to school means hectic mornings for the parents and the kids. But you know what? It doesn't have to be that way. Ahead, how you can take the marathon out of your morning and de-stress your morning routine. Also this morning, from fighting wrinkles to zapping zits, who has time to spend a lot of time taking care of their skin? Coming up, our beauty expert is going to show us the lazy skincare guide that could really help you out. And John has a special treat for us this morning. Hello there.
Yeah, Psycho Circus, shout it out loud. Let me roll. I got a playlist right here. We are on the Jean Simmons Axe Tour bus. We're going to take you inside, show you some of the cool stuff here. And guess what? We're going to chat with Jean coming up right here on Good Day Orlando. I might have to find some face paint today, Amy.
I'll help you out with that. Jamie says he'll help too, right? Right? We can put some good stars.
Totally.
Something on his tongue.
Totally. Oh, he's
cool.
got, yeah, the tongue is like trademark.
Yeah.
Watch out,
awesome.
John. Wet Willie in your future. Something like that. Is that that's
Are we
not
going to be
appropriate.
wet later today?
This is 9 o'clock hour. Everything's appropriate now, right? Let's bring you up to date. Live local temperatures right on through the 70s and now low 80s in a lot of spots. I'll tell you, it's one heck of a humid morning out there, but you just wait the afternoon when we bring in the UV index forecast. That's at 11. That's in that very high range. The sun working on the landscape with the humidity in place and a lot of tropical moisture beginning to flow in from the south. This means, my friends, rain chance are 50 or 60%, 90 by 5 and 83 by 8 tonight. Notice the winds from the south helping to extract that tropical moisture and push it our way. In regards to the tropics now, tropical storm Erin alive and well off the coast of Africa, now west actually of the Cape Verde Islands. Top sustained winds around 40, so minimal intensity right now, but still a lot of real estate to cover and a lot of growing here over the coming days. And again, in regard to the tropical push, you see it. It is good, it is hardy, and it is raising rain chances not only today, but for your Friday as well. 60% chance of it. Tropical moisture in place, then by Saturday and Sunday, it leaves the area. Chances for rain come down, but your temps are back up. More info weather in just a bit. Over to you.
All right, Jamie, thanks. The local bar manager out of jail this morning. He is accused of spiking a bartender's drink with illegal drugs. Melissa Mondeo has been following this story this morning. She's joining us from the Shovelhead Bar in Longwood, where this allegedly happened.
Good morning, guys. His name is Jeff Robertson. He's actually 48 years old, and he's the manager here at the bar in Longwood. Now, according to police, they believe that he may have spiked another bartender's drink. Take a look. You can actually see him being arrested yesterday. We were there, but at that time, he had very little to say to reporters. Now, according to the police report, the bartender was a female, and she told police that she believed the manager spiked her drink purposely to make her sick. She told her boyfriend they needed to go to the hospital. Now, this all happened during last call. You can see in a surveillance video, according to the police report, Robertson pulled something out of his pocket and then put it inside of a drink. That drink later delivered to one of the bartenders. Again, we're waiting to get some more information on this story. As soon as we have it, we will bring it to you. For now, reporting in Longwood, I'm Melissa Mahadeo, Fox 35 News.
We do want to take a look at the other headlines of the morning. Luann Sorrell is joining us right now from the newsroom with those headlines. Good morning, Lou.
Hey there, Amy. Good morning to you again. New details this morning in the murder of a fitness instructor Monday night in Winter Garden. Police have now released a sketch of the man accused of killing him. Witnesses say the shooter was wearing a hat and glasses and looked a lot like the guy who you see right now on your screen. 34-year-old Richard Millsap was shot and killed Monday night while teaching a class at Mosaic CrossFit in Winter Garden. Police say the killer walked right past people there in the class and fired the fatal shot. We have just learned that Millsap was involved in another shooting just last year. Our news partners at the Orlando Sentinel are reporting that back in October, Millsap was driving on Pine Hills Road in Orlando after leaving a basketball game. That's when he says a man pulled up to him beside his car and fired several rounds. That gunman was never arrested. And more chilling testimony is expected today in the trial against a man accused of murdering a 15-year-old boy. Among those on the stand yesterday was a man named James Haven. Now, he is charged with accessory to murder in this case, but he has not yet gone to trial. He says he helped Michael Bargot dump 3 paint buckets into a lime rock pit the day after Jackson was killed. He says he knew about that murder, but he did not know that the victim's remains were inside those buckets. Bargot's girlfriend at the time of his arrest also took the stand yesterday. saying Bargot admitted to the murder. Seth Jackson was beaten, shot, and burned in Marion County back in 2011. 4 other teens have already been convicted and are now serving life sentences. Bargot faces the death penalty if convicted. And it could take another 2 months to finish cleaning up that big mess from an explosion at a propane plant in Tavares last month. 50,000 of those containers were damaged in the fire at the Blue Rhino plant in Lake County. The problem here is those small pieces of shrapnel that are spread out over a wide area. 5 people remain in the hospital this morning. Blue Rhino officials say they do expect to eventually reopen the plant. And that is the very latest from the newsroom. Amy, back to you.
Luann, thanks. Today, leaders of a local rescue mission say they will be meeting with the Orlando Magic about the tearing down of one of the oldest homeless shelters in the city. The Orlando Union Rescue Mission tells the Orlando Sentinel that the team wants to buy their emergency shelter to make way for a new $100 million entertainment complex. The Magic are already negotiating to buy the Orlando Police Headquarters building and a city-owned parking garage. It's right near the Amway Center. The complex would be home to the team's corporate headquarters, a hotel, a conference center, and restaurants and stores. The Magic are not yet commenting on their talks with the rescue mission. Coming up on Good Day Orlando, college can be expensive, we know that, but how about decorating the dorm room? You know what? That doesn't have to be too pricey. Coming up, we have a fabulous interior designer here to show us how you can decorate your dorm on a dime. And I love the patriotic theme we've got going there. Very nice. John, let's send it out to you.
Yeah, Amy, the very first album I ever bought with my own money, and yes, I said album, so I'm a little bit older than most, was a Kiss album. So this is a very cool experience. It's the Jean Simmons Axe Tour Bus. We're going to check out some never-before-seen memorabilia and bass guitar that you can own. Take a look at this one. How much do you think something like that goes for? We have a lot of kissing coming up right here on Good Day Orlando.
Welcome back to 9:09 on this Thursday morning. There's a live look downtown Orlando. You can see it is just a lovely start to the day, but it's going to get really hot out there. Jamie's got your full forecast again coming up here in a few minutes. If you missed it, you don't want to miss it this time around. We're talking about tropical storm out there too this morning. Right now, though, there's a little storm going on outside. John Brown's hanging out in the Kiss bus. Hello.
Oh yeah, you know the name, the faces, you know all the songs. They've been rocking and rolling on the stage since the 70s with their wild and elaborate performances. Now you have a chance to check out never-before-seen memorabilia and the chance to own your very own bass guitar played by Jean Simmons. We're hanging out on the Jean Simmons Axe Tour Bus. We have Paul Halen with us this morning. Paul, welcome to town. Good to see you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
All right, now, in a nutshell, people see this thing going up and down I-4. What is this bus?
This is the bus that we use for Jean's company called Jean Simmons Axe, that we give the access to customers who want a piece of Jean's memorabilia. We've been doing this for about 5 years now. People can come on this bus, meet Jean backstage, bring the kids, bring the grandmothers, bring the cousins, and Jean sings and dances with them and signs autographs and, you know, picks up a bass and signs it personally to them.
Wow.
Some of these basses now that people buy, Jean will actually play on stage. For
Like
instance,
one of these. I'm going to swing out of the way here, Paul. You keep going. Tell us about
like
these.
For instance, this one, Jean played this one on stage, and if you can see that blood on there, you know, in the back of that blood, you know,
Is that real blood?
that's Jean's, you know,
Jean's blood.
costume blood, yeah. But you can see the pics on it. So when he's all done playing it, we let it dry for about 10-15 minutes, and it goes right to the buyer who walks off stage, hangs this up on his walls for forever, generations to enjoy.
You talk about a conversation starter. If you hang that up on the wall, everybody's going to ask about it when they come to your house.
You know, millions of Kiss fans, you know exactly what that is. And this is the new collection we have. It's the Chrome collection. Jean just came out with it, and that is solid chrome. It's a piece of art. Jean plays this one on stage when he opens up the sets. There's a gold one right there. Back here we have a studded one. This is Jean's other Punisher, and we kind of like, you know, go old school with that one.
That one, I was going to say, that one looks old school. Looks worn out a little bit, huh?
Jean's had this for many years, and you can actually buy this one too.
Just out of curiosity,
Sure.
You know, what are some of the prices these might go for when you guys
Well, you know,
auction
you'd
them off?
have to go to JeanSimmonsAxe.com, or gsx.com to get the real prices. But you know, some of these go for $15,000,
wow,
all the way down to about $5,000. So we've been doing a great business. We just came back from Australia. We were in Europe. We're going to Japan, and we already got orders, you know, coming in. You know, and we got a KISS cruise, and we do a lot of business on the KISS cruise. And you know, so anybody wants one, just come to gsx.com, call Paul, and we'll hook you up.
Yeah, what's it like just being out there? I mean, these people have been passionate about these guys for decades. What's it like to be around Gene when these people are crowding around the bus? That's got to be surreal.
Oh, the fans. I mean, I've seen grown men cry when they meet Gene. They come on this bus and they're nervous, and they have to go to the bathroom 5 times, and it's like, okay, I mean, I get it, I understand it, but when they actually cry, you know, on Gene's shoulder, and you know, you're trying to clean Gene up before he goes back off the bus, but fans love this stuff. And
they're passionate. I mean, you're talking decades and decades of this.
40 years of this coming up.
And the music's still fresh. I mean, we play the songs, everybody still knows them. I want to show you something, or show the audience something very cool here. So this looks like one of the set lists here,
right?
right?
That's an old set list, yeah.
So this is what the guys would look at as they're going along their concert to see what's next. Is that right?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. What does it mean, Paul Fly? Can you tell us what that is, or is that a behind-the-scenes secret?
I work for Jean Simmons. I wouldn't know about that.
It's such cool stuff, the things you see here. And by the way, you spoke with Gene just a little bit ago. He's in Orlando right now. Yeah. Is he all ready to come on the show in just a little bit?
Yeah, he's excited to talk about his bass collection, tell you about how he created these and how he makes them available for the fans, and talk about the show. So it's going to be an exciting show this weekend.
It is going to be a fun show, and it's of course all about arena football, so we've got a lot to get through. Amy, Jamie, King, I don't know about you guys, but I know you guys are in the studio over there. I may just hang out here. I'm feeling like a VIP right now. I'm going to hang out with Paul for a little bit longer.
Sounds good. Enjoy yourself, man. You're in your element, John. That's what John Brown's all about. This is what I'm all about. Live with a radar. We got action now over the open Atlantic, down south, Miami. Woo-wee. They got some heavy rain down Dade County right now, and we're just going to build on that as the day wears on. We'll get our fair share as that moisture has got to go somewhere, and I believe it's headed in a northerly direction, huh? Good morning to you. 9:14. Want to bring you up to date here. 80s area-wide, some 70s mixed in for good measure, and man, when you step outside, the humidity is insane. It's all over the place, and this means that rainy air is upon us, and near 50%, maybe 60% chance of rainfall. Temperatures, latter portion of this forecast, subject to change by 5, could be pegged down closer to maybe the lower 80s during that time as clouds and rain potential begin to amass. Tropical storm air and 40-mile-per-hour top sustained winds moving west and eventually off to the north and west, we think. Basically about 15 miles per hour, so we'll keep eyes on that for you. Another system here, it could be Depression 6, trying to develop here later today. Tropical moisture push, regardless of development or not, as this thing lifts over the Yucatan. The tail end of that is going to sling quite a bit of dense moisture our way, meaning that the rain chances are pretty big today, even bigger on your Friday afternoon. So know that if you've got some outdoor plans. Our tropical season 2013, we will fly you the magic of TV out to the distant Atlantic. And there's the latest on what was 5 is now Aaron. Latin Launch right there, your pressure now at about 1,006. So not overly impressive in regard to strengthening, but it will strengthen some. Overall, we're thinking here that by Saturday 2 a.m., National Hurricane Center, the official forecast, showing a 60-mile-per-hour storm until Sunday at 2 a.m. A little bit of intensification by Monday, and furthermore, by Tuesday, drier air, some wind shearing going on out of the south and west, and cooler sea surface temperatures here could help to not make for a full demise of Aaron, but certainly could take a little bit of wind out of the sails, so to speak. Surf zone forecast today, a measly knee-high, knee slappers, guys, but if you look out in the distant Atlantic, like I've been doing all morning long for you, possibility of some building east-southeast trade swell slowly making a move past the Bahama chain here and in the local beaches. Hopefully, I got my fingers and toes crossed for you guys by maybe late Sunday and into next Monday. Watching that too. 90s for you area-wide the day, up and down the coastal zones as well. Pretty warm out there, and your lows tonight, basically what we've seen, and those would be the 70s. Next 7 days for you shows tropical moisture here today and tomorrow, but not so much Saturday and Sunday as temperatures rise as the local atmosphere begins to dry out. That's your forecast. Amy?
Amy, thanks. College kids heading back to school soon, but you know what? They're going to need a lot more than just paper and pens. They've got to decorate their dorm room. And joining us this morning with tips for dorm decorating on a dime is Ann Rue with Ann Rue Interiors. You can find her at annrue.com. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Amy.
All right, so you've brought some gorgeous stuff today. I love this. I like the patriotic theme of everything.
Yeah, that's
very nice. It is.
Fun.
It's something different, and this is perfect really for a guy, right?
Absolutely.
We can find lots of frilly stuff for the girls.
And for the boys, it's a little bit harder.
The guys are more challenging, right?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, so where do you want to start, Ann?
You know what? Bedding. Bedding is so important. I like to start with that. And if you saw me on HGTV Star, you know I'm obsessed with white bedding.
Right.
However, that's not appropriate for this spot. You need dark and you need something washable.
Okay.
And
I love this. This is great too. It's got
great.
that
It's so
denim look
soft.
to it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the next thing is the pillows, because the student's bed is their sofa. They do everything on that. So make sure you load it up with lots of comfortable pillows.
Yes.
And something we did here, we took a little stencil, cut out some fabric, put it right on there, personalized it.
Right.
Really makes it
for
nice.
Andrew. This is going to be going in Andrew's room, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. And then the next thing we can address is the walls. You know, it's white walls. You can't even put anything in the walls anymore. No holes, no nothing.
Right.
So you got to get creative with the walls. So since you can't paint or do anything, this is absolutely free, Amy. You can go to the hardware store, pick up all these little paint colors that match with your decor, and just tape them to the wall and make, you know, a piece of art for free.
I love it. It was so funny because originally I was like, Ann, this is nice, but I don't think you're allowed to paint in most dorm rooms. She's like, oh no. She's like, we're going to do something totally creative and different. What a great idea. I love that.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
perfect.
fun. It's fun.
All right,
and
what
it's
do you
free.
have over here? What is this?
Okay, so we can talk about storage as well, which is so important. So this is from Target. It's Nate Berkus, and what you can do is take little zip ties or ribbons and attach it to the bed, so they can put their laptop in here, their phone in here, because you know they can't be separated from that even when they sleep. So you know, so that's huge. And then
you might miss a text in the middle of the night, right?
Exactly. Another thing that's so great is storage. So these little crates we got at Walmart, and then just took some wood and some fabric and some foam, stapled it right on there.
Look how cute that is.
So easy. So you've got the storage, plus you've also got some extra seating.
Very nice. Okay.
And another thing that you want to do is you have to have some function in the space.
Sure.
So another thing you can put on the walls is we took these little cork boards, and if you've got some masking tape and some spray paint, you can do this. We just came up with little designs. It's so easy.
I love that. And then it's actually functional too, because if you have some important notes or whatever, you can just, get some push pins and you can use it.
Absolutely. And another thing too is the 3M product is very important to show on how you're going to attach things to the walls, because you can't put any holes in the walls. So 3M product's great.
Okay, awesome. I love that. Okay, and what do we have over here? Some organizational stuff,
Exactly.
right?
Organization is so important. So, make sure you stock them up with that and places to put all of their things.
I love it. It's all good. And again, you can find her at annrue.com and also HGTV Star. Is that right?
Yes.
I love it. So cool. All right, David, let's send it out to you. Mr. Chetta, how's it looking out there?
Oh, good morning to you, Amy. How's it looking out here? It's looking and smelling great at the Red Lobster in East Orange County, Waterford Lakes. We are celebrating endless shrimp. It's exactly what it sounds like. All you can eat shrimp for, really an affordable price. You got to check it out. We'll see you after the break here on Good Day Orlando.
Fireworks. Today it begins. I've missed them before.
It is 9:22 here on Good Day Orlando. There's a live look at the mini TV screens that are in our control room. And yeah, there's a lot of them. We could pan across all day and keep seeing more and more. A lot of times they're just watching The Simpsons, but their business.
Shrimp is the fruit of the sea. You can barbecue it, boil it, broil it, bake it, saute it. There's shrimp kebabs, shrimp creole, shrimp gumbo.
Yeah, one of the greatest lines in movie history. I love that. Yeah, you can eat shrimp any way you like. Just ask Bubba from the classic movie Forrest Gump.
And best of all, you can get some of the best shrimp dishes right here in Florida at a Florida-based company, no less. David Martin is joining us live in Orlando from Red Lobster this morning over at Waterford Lakes. Is that right?
That's right, and you made a good mention there by Darden Restaurants, one of our local favorites, no question about it. Well, so good morning from Red Lobster. Amy and John, you might know this jingle. Red Lobster for the seafood lover in you. I walked in here singing that, and they all went, who's this nut? Like what? Yeah, okay, you're old. I guess it's like a mid-90s campaign or something. But look at this, 9 different seafood creations, all based on shrimp. It's the Endless Shrimp campaign. Hey, look, it's a limited time only, so get your buns out here and enjoy it at the Red Lobster. Only $15.99. And joining me live this morning from the Waterford Lakes location is the general manager, Dave Newtitis.
Outstanding. Thank you so much. Good to be here.
He's like, he got my name right. Yeah. Okay, so give us quickly a rundown on these.
Okay, well, first of all, in the middle here, this is our sweet chili shrimp. It's actually one of our appetizers, and it's truly a guest favorite. I actually had this yesterday for my lunch, so.
Yeah, it's big enough to be a lunch. Let me give it a sample here, and go on, give me another one while I eat one here.
Absolutely. So while you're trying that, these are 2 plates off our Endless Shrimp creation. So over here we have the spicy soy wasabi grilled shrimp, which is a brand new item this year that we're featuring for the first time that so far is a great guest favorite. The fried shrimp that we tried earlier. Over here on the right, we have the shrimp linguine Alfredo.
We tried that in the 8 o'clock hour. And I got to read a tweet from a viewer. Hey, pal, look at this. Rocco Cecilio, quote, "Never use a knife when eating pasta. Signed, a concerned Italian."
So to the concerned Italian, I apologize. I took a shortcut on the air.
There you go. All right, we apologize. No, that's my fault too. All right, so what do you have here?
This is, again, the spicy soy wasabi grilled shrimp.
Oh, I see. And this?
And this is the garlic shrimp scampi.
Oh, these are classic. All right, so 9 different creations. Now, they do something else that's new here. What is this? Come on out here, Sandy. What do you have?
Here.
Oh, he was talking. Though. You weren't. Eat the microphone.
This is our lobster lovers grilled cheese. It's part of our new weekday lunch specials that we run Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. We have a bunch of great different choices from salads, soups, sandwiches, and this is absolutely incredible.
This thing is to die for. It's $8.99. It's lobster and what kind of cheese in there?
There's actually 4 different kinds of cheese.
4 cheeses.
They melt together absolutely perfectly.
Oh, it was melt in your mouth. So, Endless Shrimp at sea at Red Lobster. Sorry. It goes for a limited time only. What's that mean exactly? They're not going to tell you the end date, but I'd suggest you get in here by
September 29th.
September 29th. There you have it. Back to you, Amy and John. Nice work.
That was funny.
Oh, that is good.
September 29th is the day. All right.
You know what, though? Whenever I used to go see my dad, it was always a big deal. Red Lobster? Yeah, it was. It was such a big deal.
I
didn't get to see
him. When you were a kid, yeah.
It really was.
Nowadays, we go out to eat so much, you know?
All right, 9:26 here on Good Day. Back to school means hectic mornings for your parents and the kids, but it doesn't have to be.
That's right. Ahead, how you can take the marathon out of your morning and de-stress your morning routine. Plus, don't let your skin suffer because you have a hectic schedule. Coming up, our beauty expert is here to show us the Lazy Girl's skincare guide. John, you can use it too.
All right,
even though you're not a girl.
All right, there's a live look up in our Lake Mary Tower cam. Nice and green out there. Lots of rain up in that area yesterday. You're watching Good Day Orlando here on Fox 35.
You're watching Good Day Orlando on Fox 35.
And welcome back, 9:30 right now. I'm Amy Kaufeld.
And I'm John Brown. You know what freaks me out?
What?
Gene Simmons. Well, Gene Simmons is watching our show right now.
I know.
That's so
Hi, Gene.
weird.
He's in town.
Yeah, we'll talk to you in just a bit, Gene. All right, let's get caught up on some of the headlines in the news right now. Police in Winter Garden need help tracking down a bank robber who wore a long fake beard. Take a look at these surveillance pics from the BB&T Bank on Winter Garden Vineland Road yesterday afternoon. Police say the man wearing that long fake beard showed a gun and requested big bills from the teller. He got away with $1,100 in a smaller model black pickup truck. Police say that he was carrying some pipes in the bed of his truck. They say if you recognize this guy, even with that rather unusual beard, you're asked to call police.
Sanford police arresting a man for the death of a baby. The 21-month-old was in the care of Matthew McCaig last month when the baby was rushed to the hospital with bruises and head trauma. The baby girl did not survive. After an investigation, the medical examiner determined that the death was a murder. Police arrested McCaig, who was already on probation for grand theft. He is now charged with first-degree murder.
Also, in just about 30 minutes, officials at FAMU plan to announce whether that marching band will make its big comeback right here in Orlando. The Marching 100 has been suspended since the death of drum major Robert Champion. He was killed during that hazing ritual on a bus after the Florida Classic game here in Orlando back in 2011. So at 10 o'clock this morning, the band's new band director will announce if, in fact, they will give their first performance during a football game September 1st here in Orlando.
Well, school is back in session for some kids, and it soon will be for others.
Yeah, but a lot of families find it's difficult to get back into some sort of a routine.
Yes.
Sometimes it seems like you got to run a marathon all before 9 o'clock just to get the kids out the door.
All before 9?
Is here. Yeah.
How about all before 7?
Yeah.
Right?
What time's your son catch the bus?
My oldest catches the bus at 6:17 in the morning. The little one at 7:30. So yeah, by 7:30 they're both out the door.
Right.
It's a lot to do. I don't have to do it. My babysitter helps out, but you know, we have some tips if
Okay.
you're at home during that time that'll help you get the kids out the door, and you'll even have a little extra time to maybe sit down, take a breath, and grab a cup of joe. First up, do it the night before. The rule of thumb is that everything that does not have to be done the morning of should be done the night before. Kids can pack their backpacks, set out their clothes, and you can even put together their lunches the night before and keep them in the fridge and then just grab them the next morning. Next, create a launch pad. This is a place you put all that stuff they're going to need the next day. Now, this is going to help you from forgetting to grab some things as the mornings are so frantic, we all know. It is best to pick a spot near the front door and put your child's backpack there, as well as their library books, their lunch money, permission slips, anything like that. Now, you should also make a chart to help your child get ready and get out the door. This is something they can look at. You should put on there, get dressed, comb your hair, make your bed, eat breakfast, brush your teeth, put on shoes, grab your backpack, and then out the door. Now, get connected. Experts say little ones often wake up a little needy, we know, so set aside a few minutes every morning for snuggle time. A few hugs and a little conversation with your kid can go a long way in stopping attention-getting behavior. Also, get your kids involved in making their own breakfast. Leave those hot meals for the weekends, put the bowls and the cereal somewhere where your kids can reach them, and keep milk, yogurt, and cheese on the bottom shelves of your fridge. Finally, play some tunes. We all like to hear some good songs in the morning, right? The right music can get your kids up and moving. Create a playlist of your child's favorite songs that lasts about 10 or 15 minutes. Now, you can even use music as a timer here, telling your child that when the Jonas Brothers song comes on, you should be putting on your shoes, and that'll help you stay on schedule. Of course, back to school does not have to mean back to stressing out. If you find you are always running 15 minutes late, guys, the suggestion, set your alarm 15 minutes earlier.
I know.
Then you're not always running late.
Right, it's smart, really. Okay, I saved the page about the playlist, and I love that idea.
Don't you like that?
Especially for the little ones, because, you know, sometimes it's that music just kind of,
Yeah, they drag in the morning, and if they hear their
faster.
little favorite songs, they'll get going.
You know what I want to build in our
Good
house
one.
is those the little lockers or whatever, the little cubby holes
Oh,
for each of the
yeah,
kids when they
yeah.
come. You hang your backpack
Like in the
here, you got your
mudroom.
shoes. Right.
Right in the front door, in the
Love
garage.
that.
That would be a great idea.
Good stuff.
If you
right
build
there.
one, build two. Actually, three.
Yeah.
One for me.
Jamie,
one
you need
for
one
me.
too?
Right? Wouldn't that be a good idea?
Handyman JB.
Right. Or
that's
you
what
might
we'll
find
call
it
you.
at IKEA. That'd be easier.
I can build it much better from there. All right, thanks, Lou. Talk to you in a bit.
Hey, Jamie.
Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. 9:34 now. Quick little weather update here for you. Shows live with a radar. Nothing locally yet. Stuff over the Atlantic has now basically, the overall coverage has really shrunk up, and over the eastern Gulf now quieting down. But far south Florida, a good indicator as to where our weather is headed, not only for today, but also on our Friday, with a big push of dense tropical moisture that basically is laying in wait just to our south and ready to make a move northbound. 84 now at Sanford, 82 Titusville, Melbourne 83, Gainesville toward Ocala, middle and upper 70s at this time. Good morning to all locations. Hour by hour forecast, rain chance near 50% today. I like 90 by 5 and 83 by about 8. Notice the winds from the south helping to extricate that moisture down south by Cuba and far south Florida and raise it further north down into east central Florida. Tropical storm Aaron alive and well over the distant Atlantic, and I mean distant. This is the coastline west side of Africa, and a lot of real estate between here and east central Florida, so a lot will be underway over the coming days. But the general forecast track on this does take it pretty much west and then west northwest, and could stay well out of our hair. We'll continue to update you on that. Tropical moisture push, you see all the whites and the vivid greens signifying that moisture not too far away, moving into a neighborhood near you real soon. Tropical moisture here, 89 for you on Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday. Lesser rain amounts, less chance there at 40%, and with the somewhat drier air trying to get in. High temperatures back into the lower, maybe middle 90s for some. That's your forecast. Over to you.
Jamie, thanks. All right, ladies, from fighting wrinkles with face masks or creams to zapping those pimples at the dermatologist office, who has the time to do all of that for their skin? Well, guess what? There are actually some really quick and easy ways that you can have healthy, glowing skin. Our expert, Mindy Black, esthetician with Inner Beauty Skincare in Lake Mary, joining us this morning with the Lazy Girl's Guide to Skincare. I need a Lazy Girl's Guide. She knows, because we talk about this all the time. I need a lot of help in this department because it is very time consuming. You know, there are a lot of steps, and a lot of ladies are like, look, what steps can I eliminate, really, right?
Sure, and, and it's okay to be the minimalist. You don't have to be the super savvy, you know, at home treatment with all this extra steps, but you do have to use certain things, and you have to look for certain ingredients. That's what we're going to cover.
All right, so let's start with moisturizers, because Mindy always tells me I've never used moisturizer. Mindy's like, what's wrong with you? You need to use moisturizer. But I tell you, I have a whole drawer full of them. I just don't actually use them. So
don't tell me that.
I know, it's terrible.
Tell me that.
It's
don't
terrible.
Contribute to your junk drawer. I don't like to know that.
Tell me how we can use moisturizer effectively.
Okay, well, first, most importantly, is moisturizers actually create a barrier on your skin to protect your skin from environmental stress. So it's really important. So those moisturizers that are in your drawer, you need to be using. So it's really great for oily skin, dry skin. It doesn't matter what your skin type is. There is a moisturizer for everybody, and you need to use a moisturizer. But here's the thing: a moisturizer with SPF for day, non-negotiable. Like you have no choice.
Okay, because that's going to prevent the wrinkles.
It's the number one anti-aging method. You have no choice. Like there's no skimping when it comes to that.
All right, and there are some foundations that do have the SPF in them as well.
Sure, but you still need that moisturizer because it's going to then help your makeup go on better. You have that, you know, perfect canvas to then add your makeup onto. So it's softer, more hydrating, and you have more coverage as well. But if you're going to be the minimalist and you're going to be lazy, then there's a couple of things that you can do at home. Your PM routine then needs to consist of serums. So antioxidants, the peptides, those are going to lock in that moisture, and it's all while your skin is when you're sleeping and it's in repair stage that you're going to get the extra boost of antioxidants, and that's where you can kind of skimp, but you need those, you need those serums.
Okay, and that's what we have here?
We have a serum here as well as the SPF that you can use for your face and for your body.
Okay, I
so
love
simple
that.
step. Okay, and then for
wrinkles?
Fighting wrinkles, again, this SPF, I'm telling you, it's a non-negotiable. There is no way around it.
All right.
But if you're going to be super simple and you're going to be a minimalist again, in the evening, your PM routine needs to consist of retinols. The retinols are going to minimize the wrinkles and the lines, and it's going to give your skin that extra dose of nutrition while you're sleeping. Well, it's really in repair mode. And the other thing too is you can
bring something from your spice rack?
So you can.
What is this?
Flaxseed. So it's repairing. It's hydrating from the inside out. It's giving your body that.
It smells good.
Well, you can eat it.
I wasn't expecting it to smell good.
What does it smell like?
It smells. I don't know. It smells like. I don't know, like Mueslix. You know, the cereal. I like it. I don't know. It's random.
So you can. It comes in liquid form, supplement. You can eat it in your smoothies, whatever it is. But
so you don't put this on your face.
You don't put this on your face. However, you could exfoliate with it. That would be a good home care to use with olive oil or coconut oil. But I want to say too that this, with fighting wrinkles, it's not about just a treatment or a product. This is like your lifestyle. This is your diet. This is clean eating. It's a skincare regimen. It's really being proactive. And the thing is that if you choose to do nothing, except the fact you're going to age quicker.
Yes, you have to hydrate from the inside out. So you
have to drink your water
hydrate from the inside,
and you have to drink your water and eat your vegetables and your clean eating.
And soda doesn't count, right?
Caffeine, it all
coffee doesn't count.
Right, doesn't count. Teas don't count. They don't go towards the water.
All right.
So it's a non-negotiable.
Got it.
All right, and then I will tell you, for the popping pimples, I give you permission to be lazy.
Really? Don't do it?
Don't do it at home. Leave it to the professionals. Some things are just left untouched.
Yeah, because you can do a lot of damage.
Definitely. So you can spread it. You can actually cause scarring. You can spread the bacteria, inflammation. You don't want to. You don't want to mess with it.
What really freaked me out? I read a study the other day that on certain pimples, it actually can release like toxins into your bloodstream.
Well, they have blood vessels under the pimples. It's like a root. You know, there's blood vessels. So if you pop it, it kind of expands and it spreads. It's bacteria. So you don't want to touch it at home. However, you can spot treat. So you want to stop picking and just spot treat. Leave the rest to us. And you can use Visine. Visine Visine is going to be really great to minimize the redness, and then the ice is going to help with the inflammation, and it's going to be really soothing. Cortisone is going to be very similar to if you're getting cortisone injections, which would be my last resort for you.
Oh, that's interesting.
But over the counter, just simple cortisone, it's going to help shrink the size.
I wouldn't have even thought of that because you just think of Clearasil or those kind of. But that's interesting.
And this is a little bit more effective, because it's really made for shrinking and inflammation.
That's a great
The other
tip.
thing you can do is over-the-counter benzoyl peroxide for pimples or even salicylic acid, and it's just a simple spot treatment, but don't pop.
Okay, awesome. You have a fancy new website. Tell people where they can find you.
So innerbeautysc.com.
Okay.
Or Facebook, of course, Inner Beauty Skincare.
Your website's rocking.
Awesome. Thank
Good
you.
stuff. Mindy,
Thank you.
always great to see you. Check her out. John, we'll send it over to you.
All right, thank you. It's 9:41. Still ahead. Prince finally joins Twitter, but he had an unusual first tweet. And Kim Kardashian steps out in public for the very first time since having her baby. We'll check out what is hot in Hollywood coming up. Plus this. Oh yeah, we're rocking and rolling with Jean Simmons from Kiss. He joins us live coming up next here on Good Day Orlando. Hey, before we go to break, it is the Summer of Fun on Fox 35, and we're giving away some great prizes. This week, we have $200 gas gift cards from Hess Express, just like our Facebook page, and then like us and enter to win. 2 winners are going to be picked every day this week through Friday. That's tomorrow. You can enter once per day, so do it now and check back often. It's 9:42 here on Good Day Orlando at 9. Bang! Had to wait for the smash of the guitar. They've been rocking and rolling on the stage for decades, sometimes with makeup, sometimes without. Kiss has sold more than 40 million albums here in the U.S. And get this, worldwide sales, what is it, more than 100 million records, something like that, making them one of the world's biggest selling bands of all time. That's unbelievable.
That's so awesome.
Yes, it is. Join it. The very first album I ever bought with my own money. I said that earlier. I went out and I bought it.
Do you still have it?
No, I wish I did. Joining us live on Good Day Orlando, Jean Simmons. Good morning, Jean. Good to have you.
Good morning, everybody. I want to personally tell you how proud I am that you can wake up at 0 o'clock in the morning, because that's usually the time I go to sleep. What time do you guys start?
4:30 is when the show starts. So we're normally going to work,
crazy.
passing you, leaving someplace else.
Right.
Is how it works, Jean.
We probably passed you last night, didn't even realize it.
All right, let's talk. I was just out in your bus out there, the Jean Simmons Axe bus, and what a collection of basses. You played these on stage. Tell us about what these guitars mean to you and how people can get their hands on these.
Well, first and foremost, for those of you that have a pen or a pencil in your hand, there used to be an archaic product like that where you didn't need technology to write information down. Or if you've got an electronic device in your hand, please stop it from vibrating and just copy this information. GSX.com, GSAXE.com, and you'll find out everything there is to know about it. So the simple story is, when I was growing up, I loved the Beatles and Zeppelin and all kinds of bands, but they were always very far away. It's like looking up at the top of a mountain and seeing somebody that you admire and never really being able to get a piece of them. And I started thinking about this. If I loved McCartney's bass guitar, I could never dream I could ever have it, especially one that he played in concert. So I decided to change all that. So the basses that you see me playing on stage, the Jean Simmons Punisher and the Jean Simmons Axe, I designed and literally manufacture those myself, because they are to my stats, and they have the quality and the sound and the the finish and everything that I want. That's not available in commercial guitars that people buy.
That's amazing.
Which is why you get that amazing sound, if I might be so bold. So, truth is, if you go to GSX.com and you want to buy one of my instruments, I sign them to you. I personalize them.
Wow.
They're a limited number, obviously, and you can have your choice of the chrome versions or the studded versions, whatever. And you actually get to hop on the Jean Simmons bus, the Axe bus. We get a chance to take photos, hang out, where you're from, what are you doing, can I get you a sandwich? But if you want one that I actually play live, I personalize it to you. You tell me what you want me to write on it. And that night at the concert, you will see me playing it live.
Nice.
And, hopefully I would like to think it's a keepsake for people that they can share with friends and family and bragging rights and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's one of those things you want to mount on the wall. You don't want to play it. You want to mount it on the wall, right? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the tour that you're on right now. Obviously, there is a big show tomorrow night, Amway Arena. Tell us a little bit about the tour and the show.
Well, if you go to kissonline.com or jeansimmons.com, you'll see photos of this amazing stage show, if I may be so bold. There's this huge spider that's about 80 feet wide, and each of the legs moves, and it comes down and descends on the stage. It flies up in the sky, and actually Paul designed it. Paul came up with the original drawing, and we were so knocked out by it. And of course, the electronic and tech guys were tortured. But if you're lucky enough to go to the Amway Center Friday night, you will see the kind of show you never dreamed was possible. The kind of meeting of, real rock and technology. But it's all live on stage. Other than the pop princesses that get up on stage, Rihanna, Shmiana, Shakira, Blumbliba, any girl who's got an A at the end of her name, this is real live music. We don't play tapes. We don't lip sync. We don't have dancers on stage who never sang a note in their lives, who should be back in Las Vegas on the pole they came from. We're talking about real live music. What you see is what you get. And the show, I promise you, what you'll see is we hardly stay on the ground. Literally, we fly off the stage to the back of the hall, to the top of the light system. There's more firepower than most third world countries on that stage. So if you're looking for a nice, quiet evening, please stay at home.
Hey, Jean, I know we're about out of time, but you were saying something there that really struck me as interesting. How is it that you guys have remained relevant when so many of these bands come and go, especially from the era when you were there, where people still are passionate about you guys and go out and see you?
Well, KISS is bigger than ever now. We now have something like 4,000 or 5,000 licensed products. The KISS Hello Kitty co-branding is enormous. That's 1,000 new products. KISS and Family Guy just came out. At the end of the day, no matter how many toys and games we have and how much fun we have and how many bombs we set off on stage, it really comes down to the tunes. Yeah. Either people like your songs or they don't. And either you're relevant or aren't. You can't make up that stuff. We are, this New Year's Eve, we're celebrating our 40th year since the very first tour. And I will tell you that, when I was a kid, I used to think, if you're not 20 years old, I invite any 20-year-old band to get up on stage with us. I'll show you how the big boys do it.
Wow, good stuff, Gene. All right, man, I'm hoping to make it down to that concert. That'd be so fantastic. We should.
By the way, Saturday, before I go, you guys should come down to the Arena Bowl.
Yeah,
because the AFL's got their final season game. We're going to be there, the entire band.
Nice.
Love to say hi to you guys. But arena football is just an amazing thing, actually. Many people out there may not be aware of just how in your face it is. You could see an athlete running down this field, like his life depended on it. And if he's lucky to catch the ball, he could be in the seats, and it's still good. You know what I mean?
I love it.
There's no out of bounds. It's just if it's in your hands, it's good.
I love it.
So he could literally dive into the audience, be among you, and catch the ball, score.
That would be so cool. Gene, we were saying earlier that John Bon Jovi, part owner of the Philadelphia Soul, we thought, you know what? He might be there on Saturday as well.
That was a few years ago.
Oh, he's done with them now, huh?
Yeah, he's parted ways with that.
Okay. Hey, Gene, it has been a pleasure. Man, this is one of those broadcast moments for me. I'm glad we got to do this. We'll put all your information up on our website so people can find the tour bus, everything else, and hope to see you down there at the concert and the game this weekend.
Thanks,
Gene.
you guys.
Good luck. Thanks so much.
Thanks. Wow. I love it, Gene. I love it. I know, Jay, we took all of Jamie's time, but how do you let Jean Simmons go?
You are glowing, my friend. You love that. Let's bring you up to date here live with a radar here locally speaking. Nothing onshore yet. I anticipate the interior of East Central Florida to fill in good and hearty today with scattered showers and storms. Taking a quick trip Space Coast down the far southern Florida, you can certainly see what's going on down there as the saturation process continues, and it looks like a lot of tropical moisture sliding in. This doesn't look all that big and bad yet, but it will increase in overall coverage and certainly intensity with some good daytime heating basically peninsula-wide today. Current temperatures 70s and 80s for you. No problem with that. Up a handful of degrees in a lot of spots compared to just an hour's time ago. And our rain chance today around 50%. 91 by 2, 90 in the 5, and 83 by 8 tonight. Winds from the south, hoping to extricate some of that tropical moisture to our south and push that stuff further northbound. Your sunset this eve at 8:04, and again, it's basically typical temps, we'll say, back down to the lower 90s. Again, tropical moisture, the push is on. Also of note in the tropics, we crowned our latest tropical storm this morning, Depression 5, morphing into Aaron, a 40-mile-per-hour top-sustained storm. Again, general movement now to the west will continue on that line way out over the distant Atlantic all the way into next Tuesday and even Wednesday. We'll keep you posted on that. Tropical moisture abounds. Look at that. It's everywhere. And in response to that, your temperatures come down with increased cloud cover for our Friday. We think only upper 80s, back to 90s, though, by Saturday and Sunday. A couple weather babies for you right now. First one is a literal tree hugger. It's Angelina, and she is a sweetie. Look at that. I love it. I love it. And, of course, we got Dylan blowing bubbles in the tub. Looking good. Our weather baby segment, myfoxorlando.com. Make sure you log on and certainly check us out. Hey, you know what? Good Day Orlando is coming right back after this. Stay with us.
Welcome back to Good Day Orlando. Let's check out what's hot in Hollywood.
Prince fans taking to Twitter this morning for a first look at what goes on inside the mind of a legend. Yeah, Prince surprised fans by posting some of his very first tweets this week, but if fans were looking for something exciting, they were probably a little let down. The first tweet came Tuesday. It said, quote, Prince's first treat, testing 1, 2. Then he posted a picture of his salad and said, I add too much pepper.
Wow.
Okay. And Kim K is finally showing her face in public after giving birth to baby Northwest back in June. In this picture, captured by TMZ, you can see the reality star at an LA medical facility in an oversized shirt, tights, and brown shoes with boyfriend Kanye West and little baby North by her side. But of course, you couldn't really see the baby because she was covered in her car seat. They're still saving it.
Interesting.
All right, just heard the big kiss bus fire up out back. Jean Simmons just called for his bus. He's like, come get me. Wow.
Get over here. Hey, go check him out tomorrow night. Bye, everybody.
See you back here tomorrow.